Speaker from the same country, Nadiia Vasina. I met her in internet. I was seeing the Instagram channel.
It's supposed to be a secret. Okay.
I was seeing her with Elena and the Klitschkos, and I was checking what she is doing, and I was seeing all this incredible gymnastic thing she was doing before. She was a political activist, and then later when the war was starting, she was really directly on the front line and showing what was really going on there. And I was seeing that she even was bringing foods for the dogs and the cats to the front line so the animals had something to eat. And then I was asking Elena, can you make contact to her? Because I was impressed that somebody who could stay in Las Vegas and making shows there, going to the home country and helping the own country. But I also was seeing many times that she was very emotional. It was remembering me somehow to my grandfather who was in First World War, and even in the age of 95 he sometimes was sitting in the living room and, oh, I have seen it again. He never told us what he had been seeing, but it was something from First World War. And from the places she has been, you must have seen much, very, very difficult things. So, and you are still very active, and it's amazing for me that despite you have been directly on the front line and helping the people there, you are still, seems to be most of the time in good mood.
Oh, yeah.
And okay, so I'll be waiting for your presentation.
Yes, and while you're here, thank you for wonderful presentation of me, and Lena, thank you for wonderful warm-up. I'm in a dress, I'm not going to do that. While you're here, on behalf of the Ukrainians, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you, Germany. Thank you, each of us, each of you, for your help, for your support, for letting us understand that we are not alone, that we have somewhere far away people who are thinking about us, helping us. Thank you personally, because you help several Ukrainian families, refugees, and it's extremely important. It's very difficult. And to German government, because there are a lot of things Ukrainians, civilians, and refugees, and volunteers like myself, soldiers needed. So we really deeply appreciate it, and thank you for your help. Before my presentation, I need to check if the video is working. Perfect. You know, in the finale, you look and you did not write it. Well, before I start, in 2 words, I will show you right now the video. On the video is me. I was filming this video in my gym, which was destroyed by one of the Russian missiles attack. And just for you a little bit to understand and see one of my also projects I did. Okay. This is the sports hall I used to train at. The walls that had a soul, that had heart, pulse, and muscle. The only force that can subdue them became a black inferno of war. Thousands of sports people gathered to extinguish the fire. Suddenly, more than 100 of them have lost their lives, defending the future of not only Ukraine, but the whole world. Don't wait until war comes to your place. Help us stop it now. The beginning of a new world without wars is starting here in Ukraine. Don't stay aside when the biggest European country is under the fire. Stand with Ukraine. Thank you. Well, now I will try to tell you, to explain you, are we, me, mentally healthy? Preview, I'm sure we're not. Because honestly, nobody in this world did ever prepared for such a horrible thing like war. In 21st century, even us, we have war since 2014. Russia annexed Crimea when we didn't have a president. Russia attacked Donbass and killed a lot of people. And we always thought that we are living in a modern world when such things not possible. And we still think like that. But reality is other. And all these 9 years, we were working on being better. We were trying to get closer to Europe, to Germany, to all European countries, which are beautiful, successful, smart. And we had war all these 9 years. So I came from the front line like days ago and headed here to Europe. And of course, emotionally for me, later I will show you the videos and the pictures. The screen's not working. The pictures and videos of our life, of what is going on in Ukraine. But for me, it's so hard sometimes to accept the reality. So several weeks ago, I was in Donetsk area. Donetsk area was very beautiful before 2014. It was huge concerts of Sir Elton John. It was pop musicians performing, big competitions on the football wars. And now that region is almost dead because everything gets frozen from like it was in 2014 and get much, much worse. And when I go on the front line, it's not a volunteering when you are looking good, beautiful, coming and feeding animals, bringing some joy to kids. It's scary, dangerous, unpredictable, every time when I go there, my mental state is like this. I never know what would happen. And then I'm here on stage in Germany, in front of you, in a beautiful Würzburg city. And I'm like, oh my God, like, is this the real reality or what? And sometimes I'm thinking that Steven Spielberg, you know, we're gonna go out and say, it's a wrap, thank you. But it's not happening. Well, could I, is everything is fine? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. My mental health, see, what's going on? Well, during this presentation, of course, you already did a lot for Ukrainians, what we really thankful for that. But I will leave a QR code. It's not, right now it's for LinkedIn for my page, but later will be, if somebody wish and can and want to help me to buy some heating system, EcoFlow, Bluetti, for people who are living in Avdiivka, this city, which is almost totally destroyed. And for people, it's not possible to leave the city because it's too dangerous, extremely dangerous. So in and out, it can cost you life. So with my friends, with my military friends, for 9 years I'm taking care of this city because this city is on the border with annexed Donetsk, and Avdiivka is here. So from annexed Donetsk, Russian army is shelling into the city. But despite that, that city was so beautiful. I'll show you the pictures. So if somebody can and want, we would be very grateful again for any help and support. And I'm personally bringing all the things which I buy to the front lines. So I have soldiers, I have people who help me, I will show you now, who are helping me to do that. For example, this is my team. Vitaly Barabash is the head of Avdiivka military administration. Right now they moved to another city because Avdiivka almost not existing anymore. And Maxim Maros, Legion Freedom, he's a policeman. He's also staying in the city because there are still a lot of people there, more than 1,500 people who are stuck. Because every day, air bombing, drones, missiles, artillery is working on the city. So this is my team. And a little video from my friend Vitaly Barabash, the head of military administration.
Avdiivka, 24 of October. My dear German friends, I am Vitaly Barabash, head of military administration of Avdiivka city. Russia almost destroyed the whole city. People and animals are struggling, living under heavy rockets, drones, artillery attacks. Because of the attacks, almost not possible to leave the city. We would be very happy for your help and support. Glory of Ukraine.
A little hi to you from the front lines. Sorry for the sound, but it's not the best place to make videos. Well, also, I wanted to say one very important thing, what I think, that your country, Germany, is a striking example of humanity. When Germany decided to pay reparation to Israel, despite Germany was in a very difficult position at that time. And this is a very good example of purification of the nation. So thank you for that. Right now, we are in the world going through a very big crisis, migration crisis. And one very important thing, again about Germany, that exactly in Germany, mostly Ukrainians stayed. So when the full invasion started, people were running to Poland, and from Poland to different countries. In Germany, 27%, and you taking care about these people, you helping, and you're letting us to stay in a safe places. This is amazing, because now I will tell you and show you how we live. And honestly, in the first days, first months, it was a horror movie to survive in those in that reality. And let me tell you a little bit about myself. As Bernard already told, we met on the internet, probably some of the pictures you saw. And since my childhood, I was performing in rhythmic gymnastics. I started my career, it sounds so loud, career, at 3 years old. At 11, I was already in a national team of Ukraine. Then I became a champion of worldwide universiade, worldwide gymnasiade, European championship. And I'm a TV presenter, radio host. I have a lot of things I had, and I still, thanks God, I have before full invasion. But starting from 2014, we realized that we have to deal with two realities. One is beautiful reality when I'm performing on stage, when I'm going on music awards, doing TV news, performing competitions, doing my shows, dinner show, which I saw in Germany, a wonderful dinner show, and I said, I have to do the same. And I did. So then I realized that my yellow and blue flag is struggling for so many years. And when the first day of the war in 2014, for us was like a super stress. We were like, you know, like somebody come kicking your head, like boom, like war. We were like, what? War? What does it mean? Wikipedia, war? What is that? How can it be? And I decided that I will help Ukrainian military, Ukrainian army, because I felt, going back to mental question, I felt guilty that I'm alive, that I'm healthy, that I'm traveling, that I'm performing in Las Vegas, that I'm traveling around Europe, and some other people at the same point, they are in dangerous places, on annexed cities, under the shelling, under the bombs, and our soldiers are struggling because, again, in 2014 especially, we never had fights before, thanks God. So I realized that that feeling of being guilty for being alive made me to do volunteering. So I decided to, by the way, I can please turn on the video and I will talk. And can you please fade it down a little bit, the sound? Oh yeah, that's perfect. So I decided to combine a little, I will show you a little fragment. This is me in Avdiivka. This is me in life west in Kyiv already. To show, you know, the differences. For me, mentally, it's so difficult to accept one reality and reality performing in front of the soldiers very close to the front line. Now I can show these videos, but like months ago, years ago, it was not allowed to show military people for safety. And this is Borodyanka. Borodyanka is like 50 kilometers from Kyiv. 50 kilometers from Kyiv, and you can see this building. This building is destroyed on two halves. So they were shelling straight into the people. Oh my God, I'm saying that, and I even can imagine that. Can imagine the reality we are dealing with. And other part, you still continue to perform. You still go on stage. You see such beautiful faces, smiling, clapping. You're performing. You're like, oh my gosh, this is the life. And then you go again on the front lines. This is me in Avdiivka. So, as you see, there is no people. And my volunteer looks like this. Helmet, life vest, because it's not possible to work in other way. Well, okay. Some of the families I'm taking care for almost 9 years already grow up in front of my eyes. Because every time when I go on the front line, I see these kids, and they're struggling. They don't have elementary things. Yes, government take care. Yes, volunteers do take care. But it's absolutely not enough, because it's war every day, and every time Russia starts to shelling and destroy buildings, destroy humanitarian deliveries which I make and others people. So you do so many things in the front line, but it's always not enough, always. So many kids grew up, and in the end, I will tell you about this family, about Victoria and her son and her family. Okay, so this picture, this is the downtown of Kyiv, downtown. This is me at my porch. I live on the 22nd floor. It's so easy to control the rocket. Very high. And now this is the blue glass building is the Samsung office, was, because it's destroyed right now. And this day, I remember very good. for, honestly, we have had so many days like this. Over there, is there this remote? Can I ask please for, it's here, I'm sorry. Okay, so this building, this University of Shevchenko, very good, successful university. This over here was the traffic. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. People were going on work. They were going, and then 2 missiles get straight into the traffic. Straight into the traffic. The other missile get into where kids' playground, to the kids' playground. It's a downtown. It's parks, cafes, traffic, universities. So 2 rockets. One gets straight into the traffic, another straight into playground, kids' playground. So why I'm telling exactly this? Because Russian army, Russian government decided to make us civilians, usual people like myself, get scared and tired of war. So every time something like this happens, we are emotionally and mentally destroyed. Every time. And my house, I'm looking straight in that direction. It accidentally happened, such picture, but a very good illustration. I woke up because my house is shaking, because the power of the rocket, of the missile is horrible. And especially when you live up high, it really shakes. And can you imagine? You're sleeping and then you hear like, oh, and everything is shaking, and you're waking up and you're running. You're running somewhere because you don't know where to run. Of course, we have a made by government very good system right now, and thanks to our colleagues and people who help in Germany again for helping us to have the system which tell us when the rocket is flying. So you have, I will play the video right now. We have such a horrible sound, which started to yell on your phone, on the radio, on TV, everywhere, telling attention, it's going to be missiles attacking the city. But you cannot hide every 5 minutes, because every time it's like every day. What Russia started to do, they started to attack in the middle of the night. Started from 2:30 plus minus till 5 a.m. So the whole night you don't sleep, because or you're hiding in a bathroom, or you're going into a parking, but not everybody has a parking places. You have to go to the subway, so you have to wake up, take all your belongings, documents, money, whatever you have, your kids, grandparents, puppies, everything, food, blanket, and go to the subway. And after like day after day, months after months, year, you're like, you're tired. So when you hear that you have every time on your phone, you're like, okay, let it be what will be, okay, and you continue to sleep. Okay, so the next video, it will be some swear words here, but I beg my pardon. But it will be in Ukrainian, so you're probably not going to understand. But I have translation here. Oh, okay. Okay, let it be. Can you make it louder?
In this position, when there is always alarm yelling, and it means that it's going to be attack.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Yes. This is my porch where I usually film what's happening.
In this position, when there is always alarm yelling, and it means that it's going to be attack from the air, from the rockets. As usually, I just want to say, world, come on.
And this is my
Pigel.
This is the heating system which this is the previous picture you saw just so on the back. And I'm sorry for the trigger, but I just woke up. With something on me. So what is important about this place? Why they try to hit this, to destroy it? Because this is railway station and the heating system. The biggest heating system in Kiev, which gives hot water and heating in the winter. So this will all happen in the winter time. So they try to destroy all these things. And listen to the sound. So what's happening on this video? It was the kamikaze drone. We never knew how kamikaze drone sounds, ever. And I've heard like a bicycle, you probably heard it, like, and I was filming how they were hitting this station. And then I heard the bicycle. No, I don't okay, bicycle, maybe someone is driving somewhere, but we have a curfew. But anyway. And then I realized when I heard this explosion and I saw something flying on me that it was a kamikaze drone. They're trying to destroy all this system which gives heat and hot water. And I live, like you can see, very, very close. It's a little bit scary and dangerous.
Something's happening. We can hear. Okay, everything's gonna be okay.
Something is like the word for safety was still there. So Russia's shelling and Ukrainian air protection system every time try to hit it. So it's not gonna reach the destination. And these sounds are always happening. It's not. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Everything's gonna be fine. Welcome to Kiev, my first night after the short trip.
A little bit more with Michelle. It was kamikaze drone. See, it's flying straight almost into you. But Ukrainian air protection system hit it down. And this is the night. You can open the window and you see something flying. Phew, phew. It's like a lottery, really. What will happen? This is midnight. So, I need to see the time, I'm sorry. This is our reality. I'm trying to film that, so, on my personal experience from me to tell you, to show that I'm a real person in this real, unreal situation. But again, if we ever knew and understood that this could happen, probably we could be more protected. But again, can you imagine right now something happened in any European, American country like that? No, the same we did. Russian terror. This is the terror because, for example, this woman,
You know what this building? It was a hospital, maternity. She was given a birth. Hundreds of women were there when the straight missile attack get into the hospital. They always hit civilians. Civilians, like usual houses, straight in front of my house. I forget this picture. There's so many dramas, so many horrible pictures. It's like, emotionally, mentally, you like, well, straight in front of me, one of the drones, kamikaze drones, were flying straight into me. And honestly, I don't know what was going on with my mental state, but I was realizing that the kamikaze drone, how it happens. So you hear the air raid sirens, and sometimes you hear it very late, after the rocket already hit, or the drone already get maximum close to you. Because sometimes air protection system don't feel it, you know? And I was standing and filming, and that kamikaze drone was flying straight into me, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of gonna run away, but you understand, this is it. You can't run away if it hits you. It's done. You can jump over the window, or I don't know, but you cannot run away from that already. So I was filming that, and kamikaze drone works that way, so he has a target. It was that target, that system, heating system of the city. And he had to get there, but he flew 50 meters forward and crashed into a little historical house, a 5-floor house. And it was a family, pregnant woman with her husband, old ladies living there, and of course they died. So every time when I go out of my balcony, I see destroyed blue glass Samsung, which you saw, all these destroyed places, because our mayor, Klitschko, and government, they decided not to fix it now. So when people from all over the world come, they see downtown. I live in the downtown. In the center is bombed by Russian army. So again, as I was said, this was 2 words about Avdiivka. Avdiivka was a beautiful city. Despite it's on the border with Russian army, we had tennis courts, football fields, playgrounds, schools, a very beautiful beach. It's not a very good example of this beach, but the water is so amazingly blue. I'm like, wow, what? I don't know why, but it's amazing. And Avdiivka is famous for its murals. On every, almost on every building, there is beautiful murals. People from all over the world, it was like a well-known place for them. We're coming and making beautiful different murals. And also, the biggest in Europe coke and chemical plant, of course it was destroyed. Because of that part, civilians were hiding there. In a huge plant, they were hiding there. Now it's like this. No more chemical plant, this building, no more school, and kids. And when you see this picture, how you cannot help these people. I'm here, thanks God, thanks Ukrainian army, thanks world support, I'm alive. I'm living a wonderful life. I'm in Europe right now. I'll go back home in several days, but anyways. So, in the beginning I was telling you about the lady with the child. Maybe you saw she was leaning on the knee. I was leaning on the knee hugging a girl, and her his mother, Victoria, was in the pink. I will show you. Wait. Yes, it's here. So this is his mother. You will see right now. Let me pause it. Yeah, so this is Victoria and her daughter, and that guy, Daniel, her son. When the full invasion started, Daniel, I was helping them for many, many years. I knew him from little. Now he is was adult. He went to protect Ukraine, 19 years old. He had to have fun, joy, life, university years, parties, cafes, girls. Sniper shoot him in the head. He died right away. But his body, nobody could pick up. because of heavy attacks from Russian side. I still don't understand what Russia is fighting for on Ukrainian land. And the horrible problem that Victoria right now is in Poland with 2 other kids, and she's not allowed to leave Poland, because if she's living in Poland, she cannot come back. And her son is dead, buried, and she still could not reach him. She could not bury her son. Her husband did, and now she's trying to solve all the document papers so she can leave kids in Poland with somebody, so they are under protection with all documents, bureaucracy and everything, and go to the grave of her son. And now Viking. This was my friend, Viking. He was an athlete, wonderful soldier, beautiful son, an amazing friend. I was supposed to cry. It wasn't in my presentation. So this is his gift. And Nadia, come on. So he was in a very famous battalion Da Vinci in company Ghana. You can see that in here, yeah, Ghana. This was their car, black, his life vest. Here, thanks to soldiers, I did have possibility to be a volunteer, and still have, because they protect. Not always you can go on the front line, and because it's very dangerous, and soldiers do know the right ways, the right places, how to act, what to do. And Danya did help me. It was always very difficult, because when you communicate with the people, you know, you waste a lot of energy, and he was always so tired. He was always saying like, oh, madam, it's easier to fight than to do all this volunteer job. So he was killed by Russian artillery, and again, standard thing. For several days, maybe even week, nobody could pick his body, because you cannot reach that place and being safe. So every time when you took the soldiers from the front line, you have to understand that you can give your life, and even maybe not to pick up the body. So this is his, now he is here. The horrible thing that his mother still every day coming to his grave. She can't accept that. Every day she's coming there and talking to him. His father is kind of trying to be as a man, strong and hard, and you know, but as a woman, it's to lose her son, 21 years old. So, since 2014, we lost so many people. We lost a lot of people on Maidan when our ex-president Yanukovych went to Europe to sign the papers so Ukraine will make first steps to European Union. Then he came back and said, no, we're going to be partners with Russia. Students went on Maidan, it's a square, big square, and the government killed some of them disappeared, some of them were murdered. The next day on Maidan was 1 million people. 1 million in a calm protest, like what you did. It's not possible. So from that point, Yanukovych ran away to Russia. We didn't have a president. Russia annexed Crimea, started war on Donbass, while we didn't have a president. So from that point, we lost a lot of people. And mental, I I even don't know about what mental health I can talk right now when we're trying to deal with all that. And I still, I know, I feel blessed that I'm alive, I'm good, I'm healthy, everything, thanks God, is good. So if you don't mind, let's take like 10 seconds of silence for the fallen heroes. Thank you. Animals. Looking at these animals, you like understand that, first of all, we all love animals, any kind of animals, at least I do. This is the dog my husband saved from war. He is doing special operations, very serious, and during one of them, he saw this little girl, she was like that. She was like that, alone, sitting in a destroyed house. He said we were running, everything shelling, bombing, and then I saw this. He's like, oh my God, no way, what are you doing here? So he grabbed her, and now she looks like this, big and beautiful and happy, and it's him. Well, a lot of animals are struggling, and comparable to people, animals cannot talk. And how many times I saw, for example, a cow. You cannot help a cow how you can help a little puppy or a kitten. Kitten you can drop in your pocket and that's it. Cow. And a lot of times I saw wounded cows, huge, horrible, bloody wounds, and poor cows standing and eating the grass with no possibility to have help. Yes, there are a lot of volunteers from all over the world. What is amazing for us. It's amazing. People come and help us, help our animals. There are a lot of Ukrainian and volunteers, but again, the war is so big, so huge. So every time when lots of people help, when lots of people do something for us, it's always not enough. You know, when you come, simple, maybe strange example, but anyways, you always go to the store, you buy everything, then you go back home, you're like, I forget this, not enough of that, lack of that, this, and then you're like, oh, I need more. So on war is extremely, extremely a lot of money we need. It's like a lot of weapon, a lot of food, because animals are hungry, people are hungry, and always, also Russia attack the places, the targets where we have humanitarian help. For example, a big bus from Europe or Canada, America, wherever, coming to Ukraine. It's standing at some places. The next day, rocket. No more help. Let's start from the beginning. Oh, it's not bad. Especially it was horrible when Russia exploded the dam. It's water, all water go out, and animals alive were buried. Like, after the water get out, it get away. Can you imagine what the picture we saw? Dead animals, drowned people, little birds, like, I don't know. And this is the power of my friends, thanks God. It's all about my friends. Thanks God they get alive, but this is the ground after rocket when it hits. No more car. I collect money, collect. I buy for my personal finances in the moment. No more car. And I don't care about car, of course. But the process is like you're collecting, you're working, you're trying to do something, but that in the moment it's like, no more. Start from the beginning. And I'm not a rich person. I'm absolutely not. Sometimes I'm thinking about the things like, who would help me? Jesus, I'm tired. It's like emotionally, you know, inside you feel devastated and tired. Well, as I told you, very often I perform in front of the soldiers and perform as an athlete. Today I will perform also on the stage as a gymnast, as an athlete. I still can do that. So you're very welcome. We'll be happy to see you. So Russia never say that the Russian people never say that they are not interested in politics. But now we see that politics are interested in Russia. And a very important thing, lots of people in the world think that Russians, civilians, don't support war. That's not true. All of them really support war. You can hear it by interviews. You can see it in YouTube, Facebook, how they talk, what they tell about us. They tell that we are their neighbors, that we are relatives, and from other side, they say that we are fascists, and we have to be killed. So what's the thing? So we are kind of neighbors, we are kind of relatives, but from other side, they say that we are fascists and start to kill us. And I have a question. Who is a fascist? If they kill us, they murder us, kids, ladies, animals, nature, and then they blaming us that we are fascists. Terrorism. This is my friend, said he. He was in Russian captivity for 1 year. This is Sergei. And this is also Sergei. It's him. Look, it's the same person. Now he's good, he's alive, thanks God. He was in Azov, and Russia always said that Azov is nationalistic, blah, 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 that horrible things. But it's a lie, it's a total lie, because it's just such a beautiful, ambitious, smart guys who can fight very good. They are very mature. But how you can say that this person is a terrorist, a fascist? A little bit about propaganda for the finale. So, this is me performing October 23. It was like a month ago, less, 7 weeks ago. I usually come and perform. But what we see over here, this is Russian news of Russia, telling that me, Nadiia Vasina, performing, supporting Russian armies. This is Russian propaganda. This is when Russians say we are not interested in politics. So they took my video, mirrored it, and now we see these pictures. So me performing for Russian army. That's what Russia propaganda says. I'm a public person, I'm a very well-known person. How you can say that? It's so stupid. You can check it in a moment. But that's what they do. I did talk a lot about help and support, which we really appreciate, for all your help, from all over the world help. I think this war, it's not just about Ukraine and Russia. I think this war about Russian government, Russian president want to show that he is on the top. That all are, I'm sorry, losers, all are nobody, and he's on the top. What we've learned, that the harder you talk to him, the harder you act, the harder you fight against him, the weaker he is, Russian government is. And our understanding that we need to fight back harder, much harder, to stop him. He's not going to use weapon, what's the name of that? Oh my gosh, we talked about it. Nuclear weapon. He's not. He's, in real life, we see he's weak. He's like a rat hiding somewhere very far away. If you're such a powerful person, come to the front lines. Show me, I'm here. I'm saving Russian-speaking people in Ukraine. I'm a Russian-speaking person in Ukraine. I don't need nobody to save me. We have national language Ukrainian and we speak Ukrainian, but I can easily speak Russian, German, any language. We don't need any safe, how say that, protection. So it's always not enough of help, always. Yes, and it's not going to be environmental conference. I think it would be interesting for you to do such a little experiment. When we have heavy shellings, heavy attacks in the city, We sometimes don't sleep for days. Really, we don't sleep. You have a nap, short nap, but then you wake up with it looking horrible. Don't come to the mirror. So, if it's interesting for you, for your mental, I don't know, study, try not to sleep for 3 days with the short naps. Then, improve the experiment, and every, 2 hours, take all your belongings which you need and go to the subway. Sit there for 3 hours, then go back home or to work, then go again to the subway or to a shelter or wherever. Then, especially when you live up high like I do, turn off electricity, elevator, and with all these belongings, not having light, water, food, being tired, with all your kids, with your chairs or this wherever, go up home without electricity, not taking shower, not preparing the food, nothing. And try to live that way like for a week. So this experiment probably, maybe it could be interesting for you and for doctors to understand what's going on in our head. Yes, just 5 minutes late. Bernard, I remember. I have a lot of things I want to tell you, to share with you, because it's a horrible experience. Ukrainian, we wish nobody could experience in person. And I'm sure nobody will experience that if we Ukrainians, with the world, will give a hard answer to Russian army, government, president. And I always say, so let's make a better world to live. And let's start to build this better world from Ukraine, from these little kids. They grow up in front of my eyes. I helped them many, many years. So I don't know if I explained to you our mental health, our mental health, our emotions, how we feel, what we think, how we live. We had a wonderful, beautiful life, very beautiful. Everything was so good. Why, on the final phrase, why Russia started the war? They started to see that Ukraine getting improved. We started to work on corruption, on judgment, on the courts, on the police, and we started to get better, better, better. We were like, oh, we are going closer to Europe. We're improving, yes. And when we don't have visas for Europe, we have a lot of good things. And after that, Russia decided that, oops, Ukraine is going far away from us. We have to grab it and make the part of that horrible country. So, all together we can build a better world to live, and thank you again for your help, for having me here, for your support. I'm done. Bernard, can I have you on your stage? Little gift. This flag was traveling all over the world with me. Oh, you probably saw it in the video. Oh. And it's here. That's so cool. I'm so happy about that. So I want to give you a little present. Our president always wears the t-shirts with this, our symbol, like I do right now. So this little t-shirt, I think it fits you. Oh, it's perfect. Can you try that? Yes. And it's a bullet case from Battalion Da Vinci, like a souvenir. Usually we put here flowers, we put here flowers, little flower. So it's kind of from war, but these bullets protect us and give us life. So you can put a little flower here and a little sticker. Let's see. Yes, so you have to. Yeah. So I know I took your time, so I think that's it. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And this evening we can see you with what you did before.
Yeah.
And still do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. So.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm done.
Let's make a picture here. Yes, together. Yes. Oh, perfect. So maybe we can make together. So I'm with Lena. Yeah, on my phone. Good. I'm happy I found the song. Excuse me, can I ask you please? Can you make a picture on my photo?
Sure, I can do that.
Yes.
So I would just want just make a picture and then we
Yes.
go.